Hey, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about my Transparency Tuesday thread that I put out every week. Usually I post this Tuesday mornings Pacific time. And in this first slide, uh, how many proposals or AIPs in this case? First off, anyone that's looking at this and is wondering what an AIP stands for, that means an APE improvement proposal. It's the acronym we use in the 8-point DAO for proposals that are submitted and go through the process. So here, this first slide is an overview of how many proposals are in each phase. And now when you go to the 8-point website, there are more official phase names. There's 9 phases total. For the purposes of this Transparency Tuesday thread, I've broken it out into 7 phases here, a little bit simpler to understand for the average viewer. So you can see these phases include things like community discussion, author preparation, facilitator review, questions sent admin review, live, and needs implementation. So here's an overview. At the very top, you can see that it shows the total number of AIPs currently going through the pipeline. This week, we actually have one of the highest totals we've ever had, 83 total. And then you can see it broken down by status. And if you continue down through the thread, you will be able to see that I have broken it down by different sections. So this first section is the community discussion. This is where an AIP first starts off when an author posts it on the discourse forum. And this is where it can sit through at least 7 days of community feedback, and it's up to the author if they want to extend that for an additional 7 days and keep that going, and so on and so forth, or if they want to just use the initial 7 days and move on to the next phase there. So as you move on, after it goes through the community discussion phase, the author has the opportunity to prepare the draft. So you can see there's a bunch sitting in this phase, currently 22. Once the author completes the draft and the facilitators confirm that it's met all of the draft template guidelines, it moves on to facilitator review. And this is where the facilitator team will pose questions to the author and start generating the DAR report, which is the draft and analysis report. And down here, you can see there's a different subsection within this facilitator review of if the facilitator team has sent questions to the author, it'll flow down into this status. And AIPs can flip back and forth between facilitator review and questions sent a few times, depending on the complexity of the proposal and how many questions the facilitator team has. And if all the questions are satisfied, the DAR report is complete and everything else is completed in the facilitator review phase, it moves on to the administrative review phase. Here you can see we have quite a lot here as well. 21 AIPs currently in this phase, getting reviewed by special counsel. And then moving down, if an AIP passes through administrative review, that's when it'll move on to the live voting stage, which is when you see things on Snapshot for that 6-day window, Thursdays to Wednesdays. Right now, we currently have no proposals in the live voting stage, as we have special counsel and governance steward elections. And this last phase here needs implementation. You can see this is for AIPs that were approved by DAO vote and still require some steps to be completed by the 8 Foundation side. This could be sending out the grant funding, implementing something on their side, like adding the learn button to the website, and also other things like requests of the 8 Foundation to retweet tweets by the author. So there you can see things will remain down in this section until it is 100% complete. And if you're wondering where you can find this table, you can do so. I don't like sharing links anywhere, but in order to find this table, you would go to my profile at the very top. You can see my Beehive link here for my newsletter, hosted on the Beehive platform. And if you go there at the top, you'll see a bunch of different tools that I have generated. This includes the DAO calendar, this transparency table, the milestone tracker, approved AIP updates by authors, and many other things at the top. Another link to my analytics page on Dune. So visit this Beehive site and at the top, you'll see all these laid out, including the table. This specific one for Transparency Tuesdays will be under the Secretary Corner main navigation bar and the Transparency Tuesdays subnav. Yep. Thank you.